By the way, before we get into Oscar Robertson, I just want to say very quickly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Viva la Mexico!
Thank you!
Viva la Mexico!
God,
I'm still not rooting for them.
You should.
No! Are you kidding?
Who are you rooting for?
America. No, I don't have a horse in the race.
Just be more for Mexico.
I think
am I your friend? Am I not your friend? Are we not friends?
We're cool.
Oh, we're friends.
We're cool.
Are we friends? Now I'm realizing that we're not friends. Are we not friends?
I'm not rooting for a rival. I'm rooting for Senegal. So Oscar Robertson at the NBA Awards had this to say. I think that as people evolve and things are changing so much in the world with social media and whatnot, these people are young people who have families. They've seen some injustice in the streets or wherever it might be. It might be almost anywhere, and they're stepping up. But the only thing that really bothers me, where are the white athletes when this is happening? This is not a black athlete problem. You see injustice in the world. It's all around you. Just because LeBron steps out, I'm glad he does. I hope some other players, because this is what they believe. I mean, what do you want players to do? Shut up and dribble? Yeah, screw you, Laura Ingraham. I think it's time for them to say what they want to say about life and about politics and things about the street and whatnot and about education. But now I hope they all, the whites and the blacks, get together. That sounds so terrible, but it's his quote. Even with the football. Sorry, I'm not trying to do this right now. It's just, what do you think is going to happen when the union gets involved with the owners? That's a fair point. At the University of Cincinnati, Yahoo Sports said, and this is important about his backstory, led the nation in scoring, first-team All-American, 3 straight years, refused entry to whites-only hotels during road trips. Seriously. Also received a letter from the Grand Wizard of the KKK. Don't ever come to the South. I was going to say, let's show another thing, but I'll stop right here. This is important because when everything happened with the NFL, and I agree with Oscar Robertson, although Max Kellerman gets killed on first take, he said something that was really important. He said when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, it was important for his white teammate to put his arm around him in public, and that was an image that is still one of the greatest in sports history, but also was a show of unity, which I think we're lacking right now in sports today.
How so? Lacking how so?
All right, another example. Chris Long, what he's doing, great. There were sporadically some other white athletes, I would say maybe 1% or less took part in the social activism. I would like to see that number get up to 25 or 50.
No, yeah, I agree. I think more so, and just like then, right now, the case is that it's just, there's so much information for some, like, a black athlete has to undergo so much just to get to where they are, right? So they understand what the problem is and why, like, you know, an example, players are kneeling for the flag. But there's been so much, there's been so many changes to that narrative and that story that it's also a lack of information that people, you know, other athletes who can't relate.
Is it a lack of information? I think it's just people not wanting to participate and fearing the repercussions. And for that, I call everyone a wuss.
That could be one case.
Real quick, power in numbers. Oscar Robertson, and this was on The Jump, Rachel Nichols brought this to my attention real quick, we're just going to go a little over, was Oscar Robertson led a boycott of the All-Star game in order to have more provisions in the CBA, and they got it.
Yeah.
If they had more athletes participating in this, this would not be a story because they would force the hands of the white fraternity of NFL owners and some other owners in the NBA to mandate changes, and it would happen like that.
Yeah.
They need that sort of unity.